Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, when I'm talking about concussion, the main concussion that happens in that heavyweight division, some hard punches up there in the heavyweight division. And here are two of the hardest punches we got right now in the game. One is Anthony Joshua, AJ, right? Got a high knockout percentage. Knocks out most of the people he's going to fight. If their name ain't Alexander Usyk or something like that, you get knocked the hell out. And Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, one of the hardest punches in the history of the game. We don't have to really even talk about that. Probably the highest knockout ratio we ever want to see, right? So, and then we talk about pound for pound, being so light, knocking everybody out. It's ridiculous. Right now, these two are supposed to fight, right? The whole year. At the beginning of the year, right, we were hearing that they're going to fight in December on the same card as Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, Saudi Arabia. They were going to do this fight, and everybody getting a whole heap of lot of money, right? We've been hearing that whole year, right? And, most people were happy about it. But, hey, here the glass is half empty here, and it's only because you've watched for the last 4 years or even longer how this goes when it comes to these two negotiating, and you've seen what you've seen, right? You've registered what you've seen, and it's just obvious that one side here doesn't want to fight, right? Now throughout the year, we've been going through who if you're gonna have some interim fights and stuff like that. So Anthony Joshua has felt like, and his team, they need something interim after coming off those two losses to Alexander Usyk, right? Everybody was like, hey, just wait, everybody. The Saudis did one thing wrong. They didn't pay everybody to wait, right? But we're thinking everybody gonna wait. We got a good payday at the end of the year. That would have been a huge deal if all four of these guys would have been on one card, because they're all four major players in the heavyweight division, all on one card. That would have been awesome. But Anthony Joshua had to have a fight. So he fought Jermaine Franklin, and we think that's good enough. One needed another interim fight, right? So he, like he's a prospect or something with Robert Helenius, right? So, we're thinking, well, now we could have had December. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury are supposed to be fighting in December. But no, Anthony Joshua's looking to fight someone else in December. When I told you guys yesterday it's going to be Agit Kabayal or Emmanuel Char. Couldn't think of his name yesterday. It's going to be one of those two. It's not going to be Filip Herkovich, and it's not going to be Otto Wallin either. It's going to be Agit Kabayal, because you can still say he's undefeated, right? Even though he ain't fought nobody really of substance, but he's still undefeated, German cat. And Emmanuel Char is always loud, brash, and even though Emmanuel Char don't really roll with the guy, but like I said, I will give anybody props who's had two hip replacements and has been shot, and he's still over here fighting. You got to give some resilience for that, at least, right? And he has held the regular title, and he'll talk a good game. And if you ain't awesome, you're going to probably get beat. But if you're a good fighter, you're going to, he's probably a C+ fighter, B- fighter, something in that area. Anthony Joshua's going to fight that, probably. But here's another fight we got to go through before they supposed to fight. Anthony Joshua's talking about maybe April or something like that, right? But here's something I've been telling you guys over the years when it comes to Anthony Joshua. And just you could tell he doesn't, and I'm going to use a British word, he doesn't fancy the fight with Deontay Wilder. And it's obvious why, we can all add up. One fighter hits the hardest in history and the other one's kind of chinny. There's just not any urgency to fight no damn Deontay Wilder. And you've seen it when they were way back negotiating and way back in the day. Deontay Wilder wants to come to his fights. Anthony Joshua was like, no, you can't come. And if you can't get in the ring, if you're coming, because Deontay Wilder was going to be a commentator. He didn't want him in the ring. If we're not going to fight next, there's no reason to hype the fight. I never heard anybody say that before, except for Canelo when it comes to Demetrius Andrade coming to his press conferences or fights. So Anthony Joshua didn't even want him to come to hype the fight, right? Let alone has Anthony Joshua ever been to any Deontay Wilder's fights and want to get in the ring, like ever. right? And so right now, Anthony Joshua never speaks directly. We heard Anthony Joshua talking yesterday or the day before, and he's talking in parables and talking around the bush, beating around the bush, that it could possibly be a fight in April and stuff like that. But he's never talking directly to Deontay Wilder, right? Like, dude, I'm about to beat the hell out of you. Just typical, what boxers say. Now, Deontay Wilder has given an interview, and he's speaking directly to Anthony Joshua, which I thought Deontay Wilder wasn't going to do anymore, because I'm pretty sure inside he's sick of that. He knows it doesn't help anything, but he spoke again directly to Anthony Joshua. Look, dude, one, if me and you don't fight, it's going to be a travesty, basically. I'm paraphrasing. That's one thing. We got to fight, right? Two is, dude, you're ready. You're not a prospect. Don't let nobody tell you you're not ready. You are ready. Right? Speaking to him directly. That's what you want, right? So he said a few other things, but I would say, to sum it up, he was respectful, right? No calling people out of their name or tripping. Just basically, we've been up to this for a long time. We're ready. Let's make this fight happen, right? And that's what you want. But when it comes to Anthony Joshua, there probably won't be any reply or a direct reply to Deontay Wilder like, yes, bring your butt, I'm going to knock you out. That's what we want. So at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder speaks directly to Anthony Joshua, and watch, we won't get a direct reply directly to Deontay Wilder. So that's probably why we will never, ever get this fight between these two guys. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.